Hey guys, welcome back to the Burke Family 54 Comics channel. My name is Steve. In today's video, we're going to be talking some Spider-Man keys. Alright guys, before we get into the video, I would like to invite you to join the family and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And if you haven't already checked out my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, I'm giving away 2 really awesome slabs. The link to that video is in the description. Alright guys, I get hounded a lot for being a DC fanboy, but I do really like Spider-Man and Spider-Man keys. So I decided to go ahead and make this top 15 list of Spider-Man books to invest in. Alright guys, coming up first on our list, you guessed it, it's Ultimate Fallout 4, the first appearance of Miles Morales. This is a book that's super hot right now. Everyone is trying to get a copy, whether it's just in a 9.0 to 9.8. Those books are just really hot right now. I have a copy at CGC. I'm really hoping it comes back in 9.6. Right now, 9.8s are going for $1,300 on eBay. All right, guys, coming up next on our list is another really hot book. We have Edge of Spider-Verse #2, the first appearance of Spider-GWEN. This character in this book has been super hot since Into the Spider-Verse that came out last year. Everyone is really into this character. It's a great book to have and add to your collection. 9.8s right now are going for a solid $1,000 on eBay, which is crazy. So definitely try to get yourself a copy. All right, guys, coming up next on our list, we have another one of the characters from Into the Spider-Verse. We have Spider-Man Noir #1. This is a book that I get asked about a lot and why it's not jumping up more in price, but it's already a pretty expensive book. This is the first appearance of Spider-Man Noir, which was played by Nicolas Cage in the movie. 9.8s right now on eBay are going for $600. And if this character ever gets into the MCU or in another movie, that book is just going to climb right up to probably around $1,000. So try to get Spider-Man Noir #1. All right, guys, if those books weren't hot enough, this next book is one of the hottest on the planet. We have Venom #3. This is the first appearance of KNULL, created by Donny Cates. This is a character that everyone is really into, especially if you're a Spider-Man and Venom fan. A first print 9.8 on eBay recently sold for $275. But everyone is after that third print because of that first cover appearance of KNULL and the first overall appearance of KNULL. And 9.8 of that third print is going for $500 on eBay. All right, guys, sticking with the Spider-Man Venom characters, we have Venom First Host #3, the second print. We have that first cover appearance of Sleeper. That is another really hot book that everyone's trying to get right now. Those books on eBay are going between $450 to $500. So definitely try to get yourself a second print copy of Venom First Host #3, the first appearance of Sleeper. All right, guys, let's get into the ASM title, starting with issue 50. This is the first appearance of Kingpin, another one of those characters that was in the movie Into the Spider-Verse. This is a book that everyone wants. It's that classic red Ramita cover. It's beautiful. An 8.0 of that on eBay recently sold for $1,400. So definitely try to get your hands on one of those Spider-Man #50s, the first appearance of Kingpin. All right, guys, coming up next on our list is another ASM book. The rest of them actually are. We have ASM 101. This is another hot book. We got the first appearance of Morbius, which is getting its own movie here soon, of Jared Leto. That book is just climbing up in price right now. A 7.0 of that recently sold for $600 on eBay. So try to get yourself an ASM 101 first appearance of Morbius. All right, guys, we talked about Spider-GWEN earlier, but let's go ahead and talk about the death of Gwen Stacy in ASM 121. That's another really hot book that everyone should try to invest in and grab. A 8.5 of that on eBay recently sold for $500. So try to get yourself the death of Gwen Stacy in ASM 121. All right, guys, the next book on our list, we have ASM 129, one of the biggest books you can ever find out in the wild. It's the first appearance of the Punisher and the Jackal. Everyone is trying to get a copy of that. I just got a copy back from CGC. I had a 3.0. I'll go ahead and put a link to that video in the description. It's an awesome book. It's an awesome character. It's a first appearance, again, of the Punisher. A 9.4 of that recently sold for $3,100. I got my 3.0 raw for $250 in person. I definitely think that you can grab these books on the cheap if you get them in the wild. Maybe people just aren't quite sure what they have. So try to go ahead and get yourself an ASM 129 first appearance of the Punisher. All right, guys, coming up next on our list, we have ASM 194. This is the first appearance of the Black Cat. This is basically Marvel's version of Catwoman. This has been a really, really hot book and character for a while. Everyone's been saying that this character might come up in Spider-Man 3 or in Into the Spider-Verse #2. We just aren't quite sure, but that book is on fire. A 9.6 of that recently sold for $550 on eBay. So try to get yourself an ASM 194 first Black Cat. All right, guys, next up on our list, we have ASM 238. This is the first appearance of the Hobgoblin, one of the staple villains for Spider-Man. Make sure you try to get yourself a copy with the tattoos. According to eBay, a 9.8 recently sold for $1,250. Wow, that's a lot of money. Try to get yourself one of these books in the wild. Again, it's an ASM 238, the first appearance of the Hobgoblin. All right, guys, next up on our list is, you guessed it, ASM 252. This is the first appearance in the ASM title of the Black Suit. We got that amazing AF-15 cover swipe or homage, however you want to say it. That book in a 9.8 recently sold for $720. It would pair nicely with the Secret Wars 8 and a Marvel Team Up 141, which are also tied for the first appearances of the Black Suit. Those are just bonuses, but try to get yourself an ASM 252. It's the first appearance of the Black Suit in the ASM title. Again, a 9.8 of that recently sold for $720. All right, guys, next up on our list, we have probably one of the biggest books on the entire list. We have ASM 300, the first appearance of Venom, one of everybody's favorite characters in the whole Marvel universe. This is always going to be a hot book. It's a great book to try to get at any grade, but a 9.8 of that in newsstand on eBay recently sold for $4,500. Wow, that is a ton of money. Make sure you try to get yourself one of these books, because that's just going to keep going up in value. Again, it's ASM 300, the first appearance of Venom. All right, guys, next up on our list, we have one of the books I actually have on my wall. We got ASM 361. This is the first appearance of Carnage, which is scheduled to make its appearance in Venom #2. It's a great, great, great character. Everyone's trying to grab this book before it goes up in value. Right now, a 9.8 on eBay recently sold for $450. Again, this is ASM 361, the first appearance of Carnage. All right, guys, we've made it to our last book on the entire list. We have ASM 569. This is the first anti-Venom or anti-Venom. That is just one of the newer characters in the last couple years. A 9.8 of that book recently sold for $200 on eBay. Again, this is ASM 569, the first anti-Venom. All right, guys, again, this is Burke Family 54 Comics. My name is Steve. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of my list. What are some other Spider-Man books that I missed? All of that and more. Again, my name is Steve, and as always, go Cats, Cowabunga, it's Morphin time.